Hey everybody, this is Dominique, and this time in this video we're going to go over the Instagram uh, project, and specifically kind of what I'm looking for you guys to be doing. Um, so what we have is we currently have some interns that are going through all the social media feeds on the va.gov website. So here's what it is: www.va.gov slash just va.gov. And if you go down, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that we have a complete social media directory right here. And I have a few interns that are have already liked or followed or subscribed to whatever to every single one of these pages, all of these Facebook pages. And the reason that they do that is because they're basically following and looking for anything that sounds pretty cool, something that we might want to share on Instagram. And they're looking specifically just, a lot of times it's somebody's 103rd birthday or something, or they're groundbreaking on a new facility or something like that. So I'll go to Facebook. I actually set up a fake Facebook account for this, so that I could not populate my actual Facebook account with all these 100 or 200 Facebook pages content. But yeah, all I get now is these VA pages content, and I just kind of scroll through and see what looks interesting, what might I want to share. This one's suicide prevention coordinator came together for a mental health summit. That might be interesting. Maybe I could share that. So that would end up going into a card over here on Trello. And you guys have had some experience with Trello, and so basically we would take the picture and whatever text is there and take it on over and make a card in Trello. Now, one of the problems that we run into is that these posts were, in most cases, they were written for Facebook, and in some cases they're posts that are written with just a minor little introduction to the post, and then a link out to a page like a blog post on Vantage Point or something like that. And unfortunately, we can't link in Instagram. We don't change the link in our bio. It's I hate that, but anyway, we can't put in a hyperlink into an Instagram post and expect people to be able to use it. So you can't just do a short little introductory sentence about a post and then link to it like you can on Facebook. So one of the things that you need to do is, if we're going to use a post that is something like that, you have to go through and look at the intro, go look at the blog post, and try to make a cohesive write-up for Instagram that doesn't require somebody to go follow through over to Vantage Point. And so it's basically you're taking whatever short intro there might be, and then looking at the blog post and going there and kind of condensing it down into something that can actually fit into one Instagram post, and then and that would be the rewriting aspect. That's kind of cool. So yeah, here's something else: U.S. Air Force 71st birthday, September 18th. We might want to keep that in mind. But anyway, that's the point. So you go over here, and this stuff is getting kind of old now. Really need to work on some of these. But so benches for CLC veterans. This, I mean, it looks fine, but if another thing that you would be doing is going through, check the link here. You go to the link, open it up, see what was written, compare it to what is in here, make sure that nothing important was left out, and also go through here and kind of make sure you can kind of craft it a little bit better. Also, something that I see often is that it's because we're talking about a specific medical center here, and in these cases they're addressing their community, which is Detroit area veterans and veteran families, and they'll say, we really appreciate, or or they'll just say our residents. Well, where are these residents? Well, they are Detroit VA Medical Center residents, but because these guys, their audience is a little bit different than our nationwide audience, like because we represent all of VA. This is just one medical center. So sometimes you have to go in and modify the text a little bit so that it doesn't refer specifically to, I mean, you can't make the assumption that people know that this is the Detroit VA Medical Center. You have to use some kind of text. You have to add some kind of language that denotes, hey, this is actually at the Detroit VA Medical Center. And so when you go into this benches for, well, I see, I don't really see a whole lot. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing in here that says, hey, this is at Detroit VA Medical Center. So you need to go through and add that in. So it's kind of that's another check for like consistency, trying to make sure that that this information is actually included so that people know where this kind of stuff is taking place and who we're talking about. Another instance or another thing that I see a lot of is people like when you copy and paste the text directly over, it will say yesterday, such and such had his 103rd birthday. Well, as you can see, this thing was posted in here on August 31st. Well, if there was something that happened yesterday, it is no longer yesterday. It was quite a few days ago at this point. So you'll need to go through and change any yesterdays or 2 days ago or, last Thursday or anything like that or last weekend. Change it to something that, is can still be applicable many days later, like recently or, last month. Last month would probably still work because I don't imagine we'll get like a month behind or 2 months behind on these things. But, something that doesn't say, hey, this happened yesterday, because it wouldn't be accurate at that point. And then, traditional, like going through checking for consistency and grammar, spelling errors and things of that sort, making sure that the hashtag here is hashtag honoring vets, capital V, honoring vets. And yeah, that should be about it. Definitely check these links and compare to the actual post, see if anything was missing. And yeah, that's about it. Writing, you're going to be writing this up. You don't have to keep it with the exact same wording as was already there. You can rewrite it to your content. You can use, I wouldn't make it too long, maybe a couple paragraphs, 2, 3, maximum 4 paragraphs. I wouldn't go too much further than that on an Instagram post. I would probably be better off with about 3, but you don't have to use the exact same words, but it has to mean the same thing. It has to be, accurate, factually accurate still. And that's about it. Thank you very much.